Ladies and gentlemen, Linda Kaplan-Thaler. There you go. I know.
Thank you, Nancy. Cynthia, all I can say is those piano lessons really paid off. I am so honored to be on the dais with such muse-worthy women. We didn't have any muses in the Bronx. The closest we came to Greek mythology was Alexander's on Fordham Road. God, I worship that place. You know, I really did begin my career as an actress. I was in a weekly comedy show on what was then called Cable Access C. But don't laugh, we actually had we had a huge following. His name was Dave. He weighed in at about 350 pounds. But he was devoted and followed our every move, as any good cameraman should. And then I discovered that I actually like to eat, and I fell in love with advertising. Okay, most of you think commercials are those annoying interruptions that cue you to take a bio break or grab a Diet Coke from the fridge. But I love writing ads, and you should love them too, because if you didn't have them, there would be no one to pay for your programs, and you'd end up paying for them yourself. Okay. You might not mind shelling out $20 a month to watch HBO, but would you really spend $1,500 a month to watch 2.5 Men? I mean, it's very funny, but I'm not sure I'd spend that much money to watch 3 Complete Men. But advertising does much, much more than sell stuff and tell us when to go to the bathroom. It's the microcosmic mirror we hold up to reflect our history, our attitudes, and our life. And as a baby boomer, I'm the part of the pig and the python who's been digesting our pop culture and then cooking up advertising that often echoes the defiant generation I belong to. I mean, think about it. When I was a few years out of college, I wrote, I don't want to grow up, I'm a Toys R Us kid, because we were the generation that was never, ever going to grow old. When I was in my early 30s, I wrote about Kodak moments, weepy little vignettes featuring boomers having their first boomerettes. In my late 30s, I wrote Clairol ads convincing women to get back to their grayless roots. And when we reached our mid-40s and millions of ladies were divorced and single again, well, those Herbal Essences spots, sure told them they could have a whole lot of fun all by themselves. And now, as I approach my incredibly late 20s, our agency is advertising every drug you can imagine for all our boomer aches and pains. We have Lipitor for high cholesterol, Celebrex for joint pain, and Swiffer for obsessive compulsives. But we love what we do. Although I have to say, morale got a lot better once we won the Zoloft account. I have to tell you, though, that we are a very happy place to work, and we do have some incredible muses at our company. Brilliant, brilliant women, like Robin Koval, Lisa Bafulco, Lori Garnier, Trisha Kenny, Jerry Colleen, and my good friend, Fran Marzano, which is probably why we're the only agency of our size that was founded and run by women. Lots of women. In fact, we have enough estrogen at our place to make Arnold Schwarzenegger ovulate. I also have my favorite male muse, my husband, Fred, who's here today. But my favorite muse will always be my mom. She's my rock and my mentor, and I'm her biggest fan. Still, at the end of the day, or at the end of a luncheon, each of us really has to be our own muse, don't you think? We have to set our own moral compass and set out on our own unique adventure, like the adventure I took just a couple of weeks ago. See, I really wanted to buy this pair of fabulous earrings that I saw Robin wear to work. I was hesitant about buying them because they were very expensive, but suddenly I found myself in Saks drawn to those shimmering stones like a menopausal woman to an air conditioner. I brought them home, wrapped them in simple white tissue paper, but soon forgot about them and made dinner. Actually, ordered dinner. Later that night, I opened my bag and found, to my horror, that the earrings were no longer there. I must have accidentally tossed the tissue-wrapped earrings into the garbage, thinking it was just tissue paper. But that didn't stop me. Oh no. I put on the thickest latex gloves I could find, went outside into the frigid November air, and proceeded to root through every garbage bag in our Upper East Side co-op. It took me 2 hours and 25 bags, but in the very last one, I found my earrings, and I'm wearing them today.
Whoa.
Yes, I cleaned them. But why am I telling you this story and over lunch? Because that single escapade taught me a lesson I will never forget. And in a nutshell, and believe me, I went through a lot of nutshells that evening, it's this. If you want something, ladies, go for it. No matter how much crap you have to go through to get it. You may have to slip on a few banana peels and take a lot of garbage from a lot of people, and by the way, their garbage is no better than yours. But ultimately, you'll find that you have the muse within you to make your own hoop dreams come true, even if those hoops are a sexy pair of Onyx Barrera earrings from Saks Fifth Avenue. Thank all of you and my friends and family for being here. Thank you for this wonderful honor, and enjoy your dessert.